It certainly feels that the decision that was made today had little or no regard for the people in the country that I come from, and that is Ireland. 56% of the people in Ireland voted to remain, and since that referendum, which was, let us remember, nothing more than an advisory referendum. Now, I am not at all diminishing the amount of people who voted to leave and to remain, but I want to remind your listeners of a more important referendum which took place at the time of the Good Friday Agreement. Referendum in the north of Ireland and the south of Ireland, which was lodged at the United Nations, an international agreement. And we are being dragged out of the EU despite a commitment, a guarantee in the Good Friday Agreement that told the people of Ireland that the constitutional position would not change unless the people consented to it. But we did not consent to this, and therefore it is crucially important that people recognise the implication that this is going to have, particularly, primarily, on the people of Ireland, the people in the north of Ireland, the implications for borders being erected, again, the border in Ireland being hardening of what we already have.
But can it be a win-win situation? Can it be a win-win situation where that the Good Friday agreements are preserved and Britain is out of the EU?
Well, if you're going to preserve the Good Friday Agreement, you have to accept that the Good Friday Agreement was predicated on the fact that you had Ireland and Britain, both members of the EU, and a power-sharing assembly was established with ministers who would make legislation in conformity with EU law. So this isn't about having your cake and eat it. There is no such thing. We hear nothing but sound bites coming from the British Prime Minister. She says that she doesn't want to do any harm. She's going to do nothing but harm to the people of Ireland, and the only way that this can be salvaged for Ireland is that we secure designated special status or designated special circumstances for the Ireland, and that is why we in my party Sinn Féin has been on a diplomatic offensive engaging with influential key players here in Europe so that people understand that there are 277 crossings in Ireland. Europe will not be able to close them off. And therefore, if you're going to try and protect the single market from unregulated products that will emerge in Britain and wander into the north of Ireland, they will quite freely be able to cross any one of those 277 crossings into the single market. And